Okay, good afternoon and hello and welcome. It's another interview. It's Wednesday, very unusually for Radio Bloodstream. Here's Martin behind the microphone. However, most importantly, I have a Stefan Schmidt from the Canto streaming live from Germany today. Hello, Stefan. How are you? How's things in Germany these uncertain days?
Yes, uncertain, I guess. Well, first of all, hello and thanks for having me. Actually, it's a crazy time. I mean, not only about pandemic, but also about some crazy weather stuff going on here in Germany in the end of May, still having like, I don't know, 11 degrees and stormy weather, but perfect situation to write even more music in the studio.
So I was watching, recently, a couple of those. You explain how you creating songs and how you come up with all the things you never mention. Where you get your inspiration from?
Do we actually never mention that? I hope not. Yes, I don't know. I mean, when you really think about new music, it's of course playing around on guitar, on piano, and sometimes you think you have a new idea, and then you actually notice that you're just playing a song you heard like some years ago. This is always fun moments. Yeah, and then it's about yeah, replaying some stuff and putting in some variations, and sometimes you also get inspiration for something you have never done before, and that's the good part of it.
So for those who just joined us, thank you very much for watching us, listening us on the Radio Bloodstream. So I have a Stefan from band Van Canto, and if I don't not mistaken, the songwriter, the singer of the band. Are you playing the keyboards as well, or what are you playing in the band?
The idea of the band is that everything that you hear besides drums is done by vocals. So, of course, I am one of the singers,
Yep.
but I'm not the lead singer, but how we call the rakataka singing, meaning everything that sounds like rhythm guitars, for example, the so this kind of stuff I am singing.
Yeah, that was one of my questions. What the hell that means, the rakataka?
Exactly that. I mean, in the beginning of the band, we really took the syllables like rakataka, rakataka, rakataka. But nowadays, it's yeah, we have a lot of variations in that, from mom, 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 over really do do do. So I can do everything.
Very interesting. Oh yeah, obviously, we are doing once a week. We do like a review all the latest singles released from the labels, and with our friends of Radio Bloodstream, we do like a reviews. And that was one of the bands we pick, or they pick actually, as a good one. I think they give it like a 4 stars from 5, and. Obviously, they asked me if I can do like a little review with you guys as well. So here we go.
Yeah, great, great.
Yeah. So the new album is coming out the next Friday, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly.
On June 4th, and by the name "To the Power of 8." That means there will be 8 singles, 8 songs on an album, or what that means.
Yeah, it was the 8th album, so this is where the idea of 8 initially came from. Then it's also happening that we have 8 musicians on the album, because we have a special guest appearing on all tracks. Sly, the lead singer of the first 6 albums, he left the band in 2016 and now is back as a special guest. And we have 8 original compositions next to 4 cover songs on this album. So the 8 made played quite a role on this album.
So, how many songs on a album? And so it's 8 album, as you mentioned. And how many songs we can expect on album?
Yeah, it's 8 original songs, so 8 Van
8.
Canto songs from us, and 4 covers, so it's 12 songs.
12 songs. All right, cool. Yeah, so we have the Raise Your Horns as well available. So we're gonna play after the interview. Well, first of all, can you introduce the band a little bit for us who don't know the band very
Yeah,
well?
of course. So Van Canto is a German metal a cappella band. So what we do is we have a drummer and 6 or 7 singers. Actual lead singers as in a normal metal band, and then some singers that imitate the guitars like I just showed, or the bass guitar or keyboards. And of course, one of the ideas of Van Canto is we are songwriters, so we write our own stuff, mainly in the, let's call it power metal, European power metal style. And we also do covers of songs that we personally love. And that are that have some impact if you cover them without guitars, which is unusual for a metal band, but this is just what we do for
Oh,
15 years now. Yeah.
wow, interesting, very interesting. When Stefan, when was the last time you actually been out and play for someone or sing for someone? If you-
I think our last shows, I don't know, I can't remember. It was 2019. There
Oh,
was a
wow.
Summer Breeze festival and some gigs in Russia. And then we had some festivals planned for 2020, which have been already postponed to 21 and now got postponed again to next year. So yeah,
Wow.
this also a side effect of the pandemic that I can't
Yeah.
remember the months or years. Sometimes I have to remind myself which year we actually have. This is crazy stuff going on. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely crazy. So how you Stefan keeping yourself busy? So it's like you writing a new songs or playing on different. So how you guys making money actually? If you can't play.
Yeah, so the money part has always been as a semi-professional band, so to say. We never
Okay.
were able to live from the band alone, so we
Okay.
are used to somehow have our day jobs besides. And for the current album, although the pandemic is a negative situation, of course, it also had some positive effects, meaning that we had more time on songwriting and recording because not um, there was not that fixed release date because a tour was already planned. So we could pick the release date actually depending on how far the songwriting went. So this was a nice situation. We didn't have that, or we haven't experienced that since the debut,
Mm.
because after that you're always in that album tour, album schedule.
Yeah.
And this time we were able to have a little bit more time on the recording and songwriting stuff.
So everybody's doing all these kind of live shows, live streams. Are you guys planning anything like that maybe to do, or you
Yeah,
already
so
did?
yeah, the live streaming, we had some thoughts about it, but we have the feeling that it doesn't work so well in the Canto
Mm.
world because one effect of Canto playing live is that we're actually quite loud. So many people expect some ba ba bum, small a cappella stuff, and then it's just as loud as a regular metal band, and it's not
Yeah.
so easy to transport that in a live stream.
Hmm.
But at least for the videos that we recorded for the current album, we picked a stage situation, so to have a little bit of a live feeling.
Yeah.
But it's not the same, of course. So the real life thing is the real life thing, and it cannot be replaced by anything.
No, no, not at all, not at all. For both ways, even we as a fans, so we're definitely waiting for first gig. I just went the last Saturday or Friday. There was Friday. There was a gig right next my door, a little gig, a little tribute band, James tribute band. So it was very nice.
Hmm.
However, so when you expect you being outside, for the tour? You mentioned 2022. So what? Maybe this year, maybe somewhere.
Yeah, for us, we are spread all over, not only over Germany, but actually over Europe. So, for example, the one of our singers is living in Vienna, so there's always some planning effort to bring together Van Canto for whatever video shootings or especially a tour.
Yeah.
So actually, we have to be really sure that everything happens. Otherwise, it will just be a disaster from organization wise. So we decided that this year the focus is to release and promote the album,
Hmm.
and we will most probably return to the live stages on festivals first before we talk about any touring activity.
I know it's too early to say, but you think you might be releasing another album before you go to the live
Oh,
shows?
hopefully not. This would mean that pandemic postpones everything for 2 more years. I would not hope that. I mean, until now we always took like 2 or 3 years between two albums. So this would be 2023, and if we haven't played live until then I think it will never happen. So
Hmm.
let's keep our fingers crossed.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so we have the explanation of the rakataka, which will make sense now. How you actually guys doing? It's not the instrumental. It's everything vocal basically. So
Exactly.
you're using electronic bands or I mean drums, or you using
No, it's a regular drum kit. We actually
yeah.
have a very loud drummer, so it's also a good measure that the rest of the band keeps up with the volume that the drummer or the power the drummer gives.
Yeah.
No, and it's not so much secret behind it. I mean, it's regular microphones, regular equipment. The only thing that we do when we sing the solos, the guitar solos, so to say, then we take a microphone and plug it into a real guitar amplifier to get the distortion sound. This is something, the only technical gimmick, so to say, that we add to our style. And apart from that, it's just singing technique.
Are you using any special boxes or tools for the kind of thing? You know,
No.
just make it louder or whatever the case will be.
No, it's the regular guitar amplifier that I also use in the bands where I play guitar, and I own it since more than 20 years now. It's my favorite amplifier, and I use it for every band, no matter if I use a guitar or a microphone to plug in. It's just a regular guitar amplifier.
So what is it? What kind
It's an Engel Savage special edition from 1999, and it's a model that is not sold anymore in this combination. But no matter where I appear with it, in the studio or playing live with my normal band, I always get asked, "What's this amp and where can I get it?" And I say, "No, it's mine, and I will just take it with me for the rest of my life, hopefully."
Okay, nice. So you just keep on going, you know, and just make maintenance, and we'll give you all the power you need. Now the most important part is how we can support you guys. So basically, you can't go down a tour, you can't do anything else. So the album will be out for next Friday, so we can buy the album. That's the minimum we can do. Is anything else we can support you guys with?
Yeah, of course, everybody who's interested in Van Canto and is, for example, doing interviews like this already helps us to spread the word and tell the world that we're still here, which is not easy when you not play live. And then I think these days it is actually a big support if you buy an album, because our music is also available for free, so to say. If you just take a look at the YouTube videos, or you already have some streaming accounts, then you will just see another song and you can click it. But of course, the best help for a band is actually album sales still these days.
Okay, good.
So yeah, if you are motivated to have a real album, we also have a vinyl edition, then this would surely help, and we appreciate it.
So where is available, where we can get it?
Basically, the easiest way would be to go on vancanto.de, our website. There's a shop link there. We also ship worldwide. Our record company Napalm Records has their own shop. And besides that, I don't know if there are still record stores in the UK. Here in Germany, it's really hard to find any of them. So most people just order online, which is also fine for us.
Yeah, there's one I know. It's called HVM, I believe.
Okay, yeah.
I think that's the one. And you can buy actually physical albums, even metal ones or heavy metal. So yeah, even vinyls and stuff. Yeah, pretty.
But that's
pretty
one
nice.
of the very big ones, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
So
definitely, yes, you can buy some physical albums as well if you like to. If you like
cool.
to have, physical. But the best if you have, with the signatures from the band as well. That's something,
Yeah,
always
something that we
everybody
usually
admire.
do live, of course. When in the get together after the show, we sign a lot of records, T-shirts, and whatever. Again, not possible these days, but
Yep.
let's keep looking forward to next year.
All right, cool. All right, so Stefan, is anything else you like to add before I let you go today?
No, thanks for the interview, for the interest in Van Canto, and of course, personally, I expect you to practice some Rakataka singing right after the show, and you can tell me the progress you make in a private chat then.
I have to I have to watch one of your videos first.
Of course, yeah.
Get some ideas how you guys actually doing it. All right, so we will play at the end. We will play the Raise the Horns, and thank you very much, Stefan, for the interview, and I hope you see you soon somewhere on a live show.
Thank you very much. Hope so too.
All right. Have a good afternoon. Cheers.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So there was Stefan from Van Canto streaming from Germany today. And we will play the latest released single from the about to release album called The Power of 8. Here we go. Raise your horns. All right, thank you very much, Stefan, again, and see you on a live show. Bye-bye.
Cheers, take care.
And thank you very much for watching Radio Bloodstream, listening Radio Bloodstream. And if you like this interview, we'll be on YouTube channel as well. And keep listening Radio Bloodstream, and especially One Canto. It's a pretty cool band.